Thanks for watching ERi-TV, dear viewers. Welcome to our news broadcast. Here are the headlines. Contribution to war-disabled veterans. Contributions of maternity ward at current referral hospital. Iran says 3 drones downed after explosions heard in Isfahan. EU summit concludes with calls for strengthened competitiveness. In our domestic news, members of the EPLF-PFDJ Vision PAL Talk Room group residing in various countries contributed a 4.4 kilowatt solar system valued at 120,000 nakfa to war-disabled veterans fighters at the Dandan camp. During the handover ceremony organized at the Central Office of the National Association of Eritrean War-Disabled Veterans, it was reported that the solar system will significantly contribute to facilitating the daily activities of the veterans. The members of the EPLF-PFDJ Vision PAL Talk Room emphasized that supporting war-disabled veterans is the responsibility of every citizen and expressed their readiness to use everything at their disposal to support them. Mr. Yaman Araya, head of the War-Disabled Veterans Camp, commended the initiative taken by the group and called on others to follow their noble example. Reports from the place indicated that the EPLF-PFDJ Vision PAL Talk Room group has been periodically extending material support to the National Association of Eritrean War-Disabled Veterans. Similarly, the Frankfurt branch of the National Association of Eritrean War-Disabled Veterans has donated 475,846 nakfa to the association. The maternity ward at current referral hospital established in 2022 is playing a significant role in ensuring the health of mothers and infants. Dr. Takhlat Agay, a pediatric expert at the hospital, mentioned that the ward, equipped with modern medical facilities, is providing praiseworthy prenatal, postnatal and infant care. Dr. Takhlat also encouraged pregnant women to take advantage of the services provided. Dr. Osman Ali, a surgical expert, added that the maternity ward significantly eases the burdens health practitioners face in terms of space and time. The Police and Security Training Center in Dak Amhara has provided 6 weeks of training on computer technology and the Internet to 27 members of the Police and Security Agency. Major Andum Mahari, a representative from the training center, noted that the program covered topics such as scientific computer applications, computer documentation, potential computer-related crimes, and the documentation of scripts and photographs, among other subjects. The trainers encouraged the trainees to integrate the skills they acquired into their daily tasks to enhance the efficiency of their respective organizations. At the conclusion of the training, the participants received certificates of merit and awards, which were presented by officers from both the police headquarters and the training center. Members of the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers engaged in a soil and water conservation activity at the Dembazawul area in observance of International Workers' Day. The initiative saw participation from 248 workers who constructed terraces and prepared holes for planting tree seedlings. The Greening Committee of the National Confederation of Eritrean Workers stated that this annual event continues to make significant contributions towards environmental restoration. In related developments, residents of the Foro Semi-Urban Center, along with members of the Defense Forces, have embarked on an extensive soil and water conservation project. This campaign involves the construction and repair of terraces and the enhancement of water diversion systems. Lieutenant Ali Higo, Brigade Commander, and a coordinator of the campaign highlighted substantial progress, noting the completion of over 4,000 meters of water diversion schemes, more than 10,500 meters of terraces, and approximately 3,153 meters of water catchments. He also reported that the community is actively involved in extensive environmental sanitation and is preparing holes for the planting of tree seedlings. Foro is situated roughly 46 kilometers from the port city of Massawa. That was our domestic news. Please stay tuned now for the international news right after the short break. Iran said the country's air defenses brought down 3 drones over the central city of Isfahan, hours after U.S. broadcasters, citing senior U.S. officials, reported Israeli missiles had hit an Iranian site. Iran reported explosions in Isfahan as air defenses were activated and fights across several areas, including Tehran and Isfahan, were suspended. There was no reports of casualties. ABC News reported earlier, citing a senior U.S. official, that Israel had launched missiles at a site in Iran. Israel promised to respond after Iran last Saturday launched a barrage of drones and missiles on the country after a suspected Israeli strike on Iran's consulate compound in Damascus killed 2 senior generals. Isfahan is considered a strategically important city and one that is to host the several important sites, including military research and development sites, as well as bases. Nuclear facilities in Isfahan were reported to be completely secure. There were also reports of explosions in Iraq and Syria. The European Council's special 2-day summit wrapped up yesterday, vowing to enhance the European Union's competitiveness amid the drastic global shifts, and touched upon the situation in Ukraine and the Middle East. European Council President Charles Michel emphasized the bloc's over-reliance on external economic and security bases, which he argued undermines the EU's competitiveness and global influence. Affected by factors such as intensified geopolitical tensions, continued monetary tightening, and weak global demand, the European economy continues to be sluggish in 2024, particularly evident in manufacturing and energy-intensive industries. The European Trade Union Confederation reported last month that nearly 1 million manufacturing jobs had been lost in the EU over the past 4 years. The summit highlighted 9 key areas to drive competitiveness, such as deepening the single market, developing and implementing effective industrial policies, and increasing investments through the Capital Markets Union and the European Investment Bank. The summit communiqué also reiterated EU support for Ukraine, but analysts believe there are limitations on the bloc's own defense industrial base to fulfill obligations to Ukraine. On the Middle East situation, EU leaders urged all parties to exercise the utmost restraint and avoid any actions that could escalate tensions in the region. Please stay tuned now for a recap of tonight's headlines. Contributions to war-disabled veterans. Also, contributions of maternity ward at current referral hospital. Iran says 3 drones downed after explosions heard in Isfahan. EU summit concludes with calls for strengthened competitiveness. That was our news for tonight, dear viewers. It is good night from us.